Hello everyone, Lawrence from Unicorn Bikes here. Here you can see me in 2007 and here's me right now. Still riding bikes, but both myself and the bikes have gotten a bit bigger. In the summer of last year there was a Freestyle BMX World Cup, so the top level of BMX athletes in Brussels. Now my nephew was competing there in amateur class, but to be honest, seeing both the amateurs and the pros compete here was insane to me. Their combination of strength with aggression and also precision was just mental to see, and it really made me want to ride BMX again. So I took my old race BMX bike to the skate park to give it a go. Sadly, a race BMX bike in a skate park is just horrible, so I went online, and it was then that I found out how incredibly affordable BMX has become. Sure, the race to the bottom by Souls BMX and Dance Comp has completely ruined the sport, but what we're left with are very affordable BMX bikes. Behind me you can see a 2022 Tall Order Ramp XL, and this bike is about 370 euros if you look around and get the good price on it. While this is by no means a high-end bike, it is a very good beginner bike because I'm a beginner and I wanted to ride BMX. At only 370 euros, this entire bike is actually cheaper than the rear wheel in my mountain bike, and this combination of cheap bikes with very expensive fuel to go to actual mountains from Flanders, where I live, that was enough for me to just buy a BMX bike and ride the brand new skatepark that we have here. The thing I like most about mountain biking is actually just pushing my limits, but that same sort of feeling you get when sending a jump in the woods is kind of the same to sending one in the skate park. Although the skate park is way closer by, I can make a lot of comparisons about how dropping in for the first time is kind of the same like dropping in for the first time on a mountain bike. There's something that looks difficult and dangerous to you, but then you accomplish it and it feels amazing. You know what's nothing like mountain biking though? Well, the cost for one, but also the injuries. I have not gotten injured on a BMX bike yet. You're always going fairly slow, especially if you're a beginner, and you're always falling on very smooth terrain and you're just sliding out all the time. There's never any hard impact at my level where you would break something. And it is not just your body that won't break as many things. I haven't broken a single thing on this very cheap BMX bike despite being a heavy rider on a concrete skate park. These things are so simple and so easy to maintain that it's kind of a no-brainer to have one around if you have the room for it. Honestly, BMX bikes are built like tanks. You can crash all day and not have to worry about your fancy carbon handlebars getting broken or micro-fractured without you being able to see it. You can just throw this thing around, crash all day, and it'll be fine. There's also no suspension to service, there's no gears to service. I mean, if you replace your chain every 10 years, you're probably doing well enough maintenance in the BMX world. The one thing I don't like about BMX is actually the skate park itself. I'm used to being on my own in the woods, maybe with a friend or some buddies that I just met on the trails. BMX is completely different. If you're not riding street, you have to go to a skate park. And if you go to a skate park, there will be a lot of kids during the day and a lot of drunk people, or maybe even people doing drugs at night. And that's not my cup of tea. I don't like the general busyness of a skate park. Again, with a mountain bike, you see a trail, you go for it. You're completely sure there's no one coming the other way, usually, and you can just do whatever you want whenever you want to. On a BMX bike, there's a lot of waiting around for other people, making sure you don't interrupt anyone's line, and making sure you don't crash face first into a scooter kid, because that happened to me and it's incredibly terrifying. If you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend going at the worst time possible so you're all alone at the skate park, and you can check websites like Google Maps just to see how busy the place is. Unicorn Bikes is a review channel though, so here's a quick review of my Tall Order Ramp XL. This bike weighs around 11 kilograms and I already put some Tubo-Lidos in because why not? It came with pretty decent pedals that I'm running on my commuter bike, but I prefer a thinner mountain bike style platform. At the moment I've got plastic cinema pedals on here that I got for my birthday from my girlfriend. They're very nice pedals, they're also dirt cheap. BMX is built to be cheap. There's paint on the dropouts and on the stem and on the handlebars. I had to retighten my bars, my stem, and even the rear axle a lot of times until all the paint wore off and everything was firmly in place. The cranks also came loose a few times, but Loctite on the preload bolt kind of fixed that. Now, these are all non-issues to me. The important thing is the headset and the cranks did not develop any play, and the wheels are still basically as straight as they were when I first got it. The brake, however, is super stiff, doesn't work very well at all. You may as well go brakeless out of the box, although if you're used to running two super high quality, super powerful disc brakes, going to brakeless BMX, again, super scary. So how's my first year of riding BMX going? Not very well. I could blame the weather. I could blame busy skate parks, but really I haven't really enjoyed it very much. I like the idea of riding BMX more than I actually like riding BMX. Again, because of that sort of skate park atmosphere, I don't have very good social skills. That's why I'm a YouTuber and I don't actually go out and talk to people in real life. I just don't seem to get it. Also, this bike is super short. And because it's so short, whenever I do something, I feel like I'm just going to end up doing half a backflip, even when I'm just trying to do a manual. BMX absolutely scares me. It's not for me, but I do kind of enjoy riding it and I want to get better at it. It's just that it's not motivating me enough to actually put in the time and effort. Although a lot of other mountain bikers seem to really like it. And again, especially with how cheap BMX is, there's really no reason not to give it a try. Now, I said the same about trials last week in last video, but trials is actually something I do enjoy, and I do enjoy it a lot. So maybe I should sell the BMX bike, sell my trials bike, and get something like an inspired hex that's somewhere between BMX trials and also mountain bike. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you want to see that sort of stuff, but trials bikes, especially inspired street trials bikes, are incredibly expensive, so that's going to be a long-term thing. The riding footage I'm showing in this video, again, very basic. Sure, after a while I could drop in for the first time, I could get over the spine in the sketchiest way possible. Yes, I can pop a 180 out of a slight bank, but I don't dare do a disaster. I don't dare air out of a quarter pipe. I'm scared of spines, like really, really scared of spines, and it's just not my thing, to be honest. When I first started riding, I got a really sore elbow, just like with my trials bike, but it kind of worked out. After a while, I just got used to the impacts and how rough or smooth you have to be on a bike like this. The only real injury I had was when I was riding fakie, decided to jump off because I can't ride fakie, and there was a hole next to the skate park that I proceeded to put my foot in, and I'm pretty sure I broke a bone then. Another crash I had was at a concrete ball where I tried to drop in on my opposite side, but forgot to take the bike with me, and I landed on my shoulder. I got a little burn mark on my shoulder, but everything's fine. I didn't break it, I didn't hurt it really, it's just a little burn mark, and the t-shirt I rode back then was a little bit wrinkled, so nothing really that serious. Overall then, my BMX riding experience has been pretty positive. The people who actually show up at a skate park to ride are usually very friendly people. The ones you have to watch out for are, of course, the drunks and the junkies. Now, the main problem with that is you can get rid of all those people at paid skate parks, but then there are really none in my area. I had a few rides over in Lille, in France, Hal de Glis, if that's how you pronounce it, and yeah, that's a paid park, everyone's super friendly. Now, I wish I liked riding BMX more. I will be riding BMX more as well, but just on my terms. And all of it was really done without getting injured, without breaking anything, and so that's why I say my BMX riding experience has been pretty positive, and it's something you should check out as well, of course. Now, it's a bit of a weird video. I like BMX, I don't like BMX. To be honest, I still don't know. Let me know what you think about riding BMX, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all very much for watching. Cheers.